Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play The Outer Worlds. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 1. Let's get started in this fabulous game from Obsidian. We're going to start a new game, and we're going to do it on hard. Hard mode is players looking for an extra challenge. Supernova is basically the survival mode. It's also the hardest difficulty level, and the only problem I have with Supernova is at the very bottom it says you can only fast travel to your ship, you can only sleep inside your ship, and the biggest one, you can only manually save while inside your ship. I've played Supernova, I played about a third of the game on it. That's too much for me. So, let's see. So cinematic subtitles, I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to get started.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Alright, it's time to build our character. I go for a character that's pretty good at long guns and persuasion, so strength doesn't affect anything that I'm really interested in. Heavy weapons. This only dexterity affects lockpick, which is the only thing out of there that I use. Intelligence affects long guns, persuade, hack, medical science, and determination. All things that I use, so I
It says here that you solved mathematical problems just for fun.
Which is not too far from the truth. Perception affects long guns, lockpick, and engineering, so I like to make that good. Charm affects persuade. Lie, intimidate, hack, science, and inspiration, all things that I actually use. And temperament affects medical, engineering, and determination. So I typically go like that. Let's see. Long guns, lockpick, engineering, yeah. Yeah, this is what I played before, and this is what I'm going to do. So, next, for skills, we want to go range.
I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters.
And let's see. What do I want to do? I only use persuade really from dialogue, so I don't really want to tag that one to start with. These are all useful, and so are these because I like to use the companions. So I'm going to go with tech.
Look at that. A real scientist.
And now for aptitude, these are fun. Determination +1, that helps your companions out. Beverage, service technician. So here's something that drink effect duration +3%. Not a big deal, but the survival mode is really the only time that these even become a really super big deal. So no sense taking that. Persuade +1, that's nice. Cashier at the subgrade non-supervisor. I would take that for the +1 persuasion bonus. Or is there a better one? Inspiration +1. That's tempting too. Medical Science. I'm going to take scientist. That sounds more like what my
I
character
wonder
would
what
do.
experiments you were subjected to.
Gender. Let's see. Male. Or face. I'm going to do this really simple. You don't spend a lot of time looking at your character. So I'm just going to go... Oh, escape back. I want to get... Yeah, that fellow looks fine. Alright. Features. I'm not going to grab anything there. We're just going to go next. And here's the same character name I was using in Skyrim, if you've been watching those plays. Hit E for next. Summary. There we go. His persuasion is 21, which is what I like. His hack is high. His lockpick is the only thing that's low that I wish I could raise, and I'll just have to spend some points on it. So, there we go. Ready to go.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 9%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away. not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
And
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
So if this doesn't blow you away, I'm not sure what does. I was pretty amazed the first time I loaded this game up. I just thought this was so incredible. And I still do. This is a contender for Game of the Year, for sure, in my opinion. Yeah, it's gorgeous, first of all. But it plays so smooth. And this is a nice little way to introduce all of the mechanics early. Tutorials are always so goofy, but this works out nice. Hey, what's this guy got? Oh, he's missing legs. Anything else? Nope. Barely got away from it. Good deal. Heck
Easy
yeah.
now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Let's see. Here's a good way to get down. We just have to fall. Yes, we have to fall. Ah!
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
I got a better idea. Give me your gun and I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Alright. Loot the heck out of his stuff here. Yeah. 1,000 things to love about this game, of course, but the one thing I really did like is the tactical time dilation. Yeah, but get back there and get that thing back there. Dehydrated water tablets. I really like the tactical time dilation. I'm not a fan of using VATS in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and stuff.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Hi, Phineas. Weapon management. Yes, I want to do this. Right. Let's get to town, shall we? Tactical time dilation, which is just awesome. So it's one of the best things you can do. That was convenient. really good, didn't it? Shoot him in the leg. If you use TTD judiciously, you can really save yourself a lot of trouble. And it took me pretty much all the way through my first playthrough to even figure that out. Hacking and picking locks. I like this. Mag picks are used to break open locks, and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break security, it will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. I like this a lot as a change up from the way it's done in Fallout and Skyrim. I thought this was a pretty good way to do it differently and still make it kind of interesting, and it makes it resource necessary. So let's see. Ooh, I'm going to use all my mag picks to unlock this one. Hopefully it's a telescope instead. And then, if you use your inhaler during TTD, I'm very bad at figuring out how to use the jump back key. I'm very bad at that, in fact. People run up on me in melee, and I tend not to be very good at that. Where's the other guy? Where did we kill him? Sometimes, oh, there, lose him in the tall grass. What do we have for gear? Armor management. Light armor, tech skills, stealth skills. Alright, so you can take these things and you can break them down. I like to hang on to pretty much one of every kind of gear, so if something gives me stealth skills, I like to have one piece of gear on me that does that, so that I can, if I need it for picking a lock, it'll help me.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Yeah.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
So I heard. Found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Oh, he'll make it.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath.
Oh.
Stretch my legs, son.
Persuade 5. Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I like your zeal.
I'm gonna get in their face.
Like these baboons. Hey, she's still alive. That's never happened. Granted, I've only played through the game twice now, but...
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Wow, she's still alive. Okay. This guy up here. I wish the jump back thing wasn't double pressing the spacebar, because I'm just not very coordinated at that. And I haven't found a way to really remap that to any other keys. Actually, I don't know if you can. Let's see. What's it say? Controls. Yeah, key bindings. Do we have an option? Spacebar, jump, sprint, crouch, sneak, aim, block. Menus cannot be rebound. See, I'm not sure that there's any way to rebind that because the spacebar is the jump thing. At any rate. Well, hot diggity dog.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Gesture procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
The captain's a red smear under my escape pod.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne, where you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Oh, I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in the garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
I got it, Ada.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
No escape pods land on my head again. That should be achievable. You've leveled up.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
She's quite funny. I like it.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Which is perfect. And there's a place to sleep. So this is what's interesting. Sleeping, there's really no point to it that I could tell in the game unless you're on survival mode, and then it'll do things like remove concussions. But the problem is in survival mode, well, there's a bunch of problems with survival mode. We'll get to that. Skill improvements. Anti-Cleo management training. Okay, so let's go to skills. I got a bunch of points here. We're going to put points in the range. I like to do like 2 in each one of these things. 2 in dialogue. 2 in stealth to keep working up that up. 2 in tech, and 2 in leadership, just to keep making all that stuff go up. Time dilation, location hit. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation. Great, so that's perfect. That's what I want. Combat dialogue abilities. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Really? I didn't know that. Lie. Dialogue skill. So what is this? Our humans have a 20% to cower in fear for 3 seconds after the first time you hit them. Oh, damn. Didn't notice that before. Selecting perks. Alright, so more health certainly is helpful. I figured out kind of the second time going through the game that picking all the tactical time dilation meter ones is also really super helpful. Base armor rating +5 and 50% base health. It's hard to turn that down. Oh, and then here, what do we at the workbench? Repair, auto upgrade, stuff like this. Repairing's not a big deal, but the cool thing is you can go to Tinker, where you can raise the level of something. So that's level 1, and that's level 1. And to tinker with it, I don't have enough bits, so that's cool. But later on, we'll have bits. Okay. In that case, we're going to go to Inventory, Item Repair. We go here. We're going to say repair that. Your weapon parts 15. We're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'll probably never end up using it. Same thing with that. This shotgun in slot 3. And let's go find. Ew. Alright.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it?
Kinda.
Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Oh, you got it all wrong. I'm a Starship Safety Inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
So the first 2 times I played through the game, she never lived. So now I've never had that conversation. That's fun. We'll make our way over here. Some goons over here. And we'll try not to get dead. There's a bunch of them are going to come around. Or is it just the one guy? It's not just the one guy. There's more than this one guy, isn't there? Alright, hold on. Oh, I'm not doing very good at this. Whoa. Let's do that one more time because this thing really fires off really well. Waiting for my health to come in here. Oh, are you leaving? You're not leaving that soon, are you? There we go. If you can wound them, tactical time dilation, then you got a chance to come out of it and just really lay down the law. Who's the other guy? He's lost in this tall grass. Doesn't this look absolutely amazing? It's really cool. Alright. What did I end up with for gear? More stuff. I don't know. What's that? One hand melee. I suppose I should put that on. You can go into the game and you can make it so your helmet doesn't show up on you and your companions. It's a nice little option. I noticed some people have been playing and their helmets are on all the time, especially for their companions when they're in dialogue cutscenes, and I think it's because they just don't know that option exists. Also, one of the nicer options in your game, if you go to settings and gameplay, see it's right there. Show companion helmet, you can turn it off. Show player helmet, you can turn it off. Let's see, there was another thing here. Tools. I'll have to look at it again. I thought it was under gameplay though. Not under UI. Oh yeah, it is. It's under UI. Right here. Tutorials. Notifications. Show base item stats. This is important. Uncheck this. Items found in the game are enhanced by your character's individual skills. And so you want to uncheck this. Check this to see the stat of an item without influencing your character skills. No. You want to see your character skills influence it so that, you know, if you have a really high score in light guns, a long gun might not look very good, base stats compared to something else, but after you take into account your skills, it's going to be superior. So uncheck that thing. I don't know why it's actually checked by default. It's a little bothersome.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Beroda.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something else.
Yeah?
You lose a lot of people to the Marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those Marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
If you still need those fees collected, I'm willing to help.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Don't sweat. That's one of the first sub-quests you can get in. The quest tracker displays objectives for the active quest. You can change your active quest in the quest log of your ledger. It took me halfway through the first game, maybe longer, before I finally figured out how I could change the quest tracker. Alright, let's see, because it's right here. Journal, stranger in a strange land, firing at the power regulator. I love this. I just love everything about this. This is incredible. Barber shop. Actually, while we're here, let's talk to him first. You just double click that.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
You don't know the half of it.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Oh, I don't care. Pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Conrad. Spacious choice. It's just... Oh... That is a funny, funny thing. I love the edge they gave to this game. And I love how they solved the elevator problem. First of all, they made the elevators a lot bigger than Fallout 4, and second of all, they made the controls on the far end of the door so when you turn around, your companion's right there.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just... old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
I was told to talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacious Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs and I'm looking for a power regulator, pal.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I see. Tell me what I need to do.
The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Companions. I've gained my first companion. Right. Of course, they come with some nice little bonuses to your skills and things of that nature. Sometimes figuring out the ones to take on your quest can be a little tricky, but... Her body's fun, and I like her.
Hey, mister, can we talk?
Sure, can
Sorry.
What do you got?
Can we chat? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
You can't leave it at that. Why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if he can get out to her.
Alright, I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Alright.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Very well. Off we go. Let's see. Small grave matter. Where are the rest of these clowns at? Edgewater. Conrad. It's the barbershop. We've already been there.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
Why not?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Okay.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Alright.
you're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You need someone to smuggle your medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law-breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
All right.
That's all I can ask of you.
I gotta agree with that. Let's see. Who else? Where? There's a gate. Let's go see the good vicar. Deliver Reed's message. Speak to the vicar. Where's he at? Over in this direction.
If you're falling sick, I don't want...
Vale General Store.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
It depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
All right, Vicar. Let's do a little inventory management. What does Parvati? Yeah, the companion ledger. I love it. I love that they can level up. She's got a gun. More importantly, we need to go over here. Don't have a perk for her yet. I want her distance far, well, medium for now. Choose the ranged weapon until I hit you with the... Well, I say use your ability. Actually, come to think of it, keep her at range until, because you have to unlock it before you can use her ability. All right, so where are we at here? Let's go outside the walls. Let's get a little bit more action before this episode comes to an end. Oh, this is wrong wall, really. Go this way.
I'm sorry.
Actually, it's not. Hold on. This is the other guy, isn't it? Let's go back to the journal. Small grave matter. We have to talk to this guy down here. Because I'm a clown. And I forget the order of things. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. Skyrim meets No Man's Sky.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Silas sent me. You owe him your graveside fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What are you babbling?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I'm gonna go after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
All right. My friend, we will go get your scout. Is that, let's see. Die, robot. Die, you stinking robot. Oh, how awesome is this? And I love everybody's animations. The voice acting in this game is so good. Excellent voice acting, excellent animations. What do we have here? Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Let's go!
My goodness. I threw him up in the air. We got other things coming? We got birds coming. Maybe.
Here we go!
Yikes. Okay, hold on. Where's the other one? Any more? Ah, okay. Jeez. I kind of suck at the shooting thing. Mostly I just want to get down there and grab that. Oh yeah, and then, what's this? Examine. Kane Van Acker, Spacer's Choice ethologist, assigned to Terra 2. This week I decided to study Terra Ray mating habits. Terra Ray. The female Terra Rays leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright. You have a sparkly, Miss B. You have a sparkly. Anybody ever watch The Secret of Them? Jeremy? Alright, I want to finish this robot up here. Oh yeah, gotta look at this. Inventory. Consumables. Let's see, what do we have? We got one slot unlocked up here. Base health, 25%. Base health. 200% natural health regeneration. Put that in there. Put that. I'm gonna find this darn one. There it is.
Here we go.
Where's your blue glowy thing?
Right.
Hey. Dang it. Oh my gosh, this thing is...
Got it. Can't get past that armor.
Oh, me neither. Jeez, I'm using up all my ammo.
We made it.
Oh my goodness. That was insane. I've never... That was harder than I thought it was going to be. Some of these bins do that when they open and they're empty. I'm not sure what that's all about. There's that. There's more stuff here. Oh, there's a big bin back there. Get in here. Get it. I think the first time I played through this game, I must have hung on to some junk forever because I didn't know that it was junk, and then it was just there just to be sold. Where are we? Alright, let's go back to this guy. Because then the next quest he's going to send us on to me. Quite a bit further down the road. Anyway, it's going to be the end of the first hour. Pretty awesome game though, huh? I mean, as far as the way it looks and the sound and the voice acting, and it's pretty awesome. People have said it's, you know, some kind of spiritual successor to Fallout 4, but I definitely feel it's almost more like it's an alternate reality version of Mass Effect, really, especially with the way you can move your companions around.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scouting.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Sweet. I'll let you know when I find it.
On the double, soldier.
The double is right. In the cantina. Let's go see what this thing is. But yeah, later on when you have two companions, you can order them to stand over there and you can tell them explicitly to attack and use their special moves and stuff. I just thought the whole way the combat was set up, especially with companions, was way more Mass Effect. I understand why everybody keeps making the Fallout New Vegas comparisons. You know, because Obsidian made Fallout New Vegas, but for me, this is
You're not a big drinker,
much
are you?
more like Mass Effect. Especially with all the companions in the Ludwig's Bundle. What is this? Alright. Die robot. Now what?
Read the latest report.
Now let's go talk to him about that. Spectrum vodka. Glass for every glass. Where am I going now? Oh. Okay, I should have turned left. That's alright. Can still get there from here. If we run ourselves down in this direction. I do get a little disoriented in these towns, for sure.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Found that package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
What's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
I already got one.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Alright, how am I supposed to get one of these?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati? Is the logic module something you could help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Alright, seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Very well. Alright, you have gotten a weapon modification. Install mods at a workbench. Alright, we're going to stop right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. End of episode 1. So much fun. The Outer Worlds. I will see you guys on the next episode. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below, and I will respond. I'll see you guys next time.